Okay, after installing the modules, this is what you will see. The non-modules folder, it is a very big folder. Yeah, so after that, again, we have installed the Bailey's socket. Again, I also installed something called just a minute. I also installed something called Express Course and QR code terminal, but for now we'll be needing whiskey sockets. So we're going to make a file with the name did I create the file? I need to create it in the root. So in our root, we are going to need that one file that is going to be used to run the application. So maybe let us decide to call it index.js, like that. Okay, a folder already. Okay, I can see here we have already. Okay, but now we might need to separate the functions from the main code. So whatever we're going to do is we need to create another folder called maybe the functions. Okay, that is not a folder, that is a file. We're going to name it functions. Wait, oh, I didn't delete this one, pardon me. We're going to create another folder called functions. Okay, then inside that folder we now need to create a file that is going to be used to to connect the bot. Okay, so basically you're going to call it maybe connect.js, something like that. So all that said, we are going to make, okay, now we are going to import our modules. So but don't worry about what they are. Yeah, basically it's that one. So then we are going to have okay, we need to make a socket. So we're going to have a constant and its name is make WhatsApp socket. Now which is going to be now the pkg which has been imported from the whiskey Bailey's .default. Okay, forget a semicolon there. Then we have another one. I'll tell you about this one. Disconnect reason use multi file out state, which is pkg. Okay, now disconnect reason is used to check the reason why maybe your connection has been disconnected, so that we can know if we need to redo the connection or not. Okay, so then we need also to import the QR code from QR code terminal. This one is going to be used basically to print our QR code in the terminal. Okay, from QR code terminal, like that. Okay, so now we are going to have a variable WhatsApp connection is equals to, we're going to give it just a null value. Then we're going to have a boolean variable which is going to tell us if our WhatsApp connection is ready or not. Okay, so we're going to use it later, but let me just use it, let me just put it there. Then we have, okay, now we need to make our function for connecting our bot. So whatever we are going to do is okay, because it is going to be something that is going to return a promise, it is going to be an asynchronous function. So it is an async function. So we have something like that: export async function login bot. Okay, then you have that like that. Okay, so now we are going to use some error handling here so that we avoid unhandled errors. So we have this variable which is state self creds. These are variables that will help us to track the state, and it's supposed to await, because this is something that is going to return a promise. So use multiple, yeah, that one. Then we're going to give it a name of the folder. So maybe we can name it bot user data. Okay, then we're going to have a semicolon there. Then we have now another variable or another constant value, that is my WhatsApp socket. Okay, WhatsApp socket. Okay, which is now going to be equals to, now make WhatsApp socket from base, of course, like that. Then we have, now we need to print our QR code in terminal. So we are going to have this going to set this one to true. Out is equals to now the state. I think you remember where the state was coming from. It is here. Okay, so out is equals to state. Then we have now the browser engine. Set the browser so that the bot can have a specific name that is going to be printed to the user, that this is the bot, or this is now the browser and the name of the bot. So our bot, you're going to name it maybe Toles bot. Okay, then the browser engine is Chrome. Okay, then the version of the browser, we're going to have version maybe 14.4. yeah, you can even 14.4.1. Then we also have should sync history. Now let me idly explain this one. Should sync history is false. should sync history message. I think that is the listener. An arrow function. Even an arrow function. Okay, like that. So sync full history. This will avoid will avoid me or you syncing the whole history of the charts, which will of course consume a lot of memory. Yeah, leading to problems. So maybe now we want to check on the events. So maybe that on the socket dot event dot on credentials update. Okay, need to save the creds. Another event, connection updates. Going to create another function, async function like that. QR is ready. Now we want to print the QR code. Okay, so because it is going to be printed on console or on the the command prompt or the command line that you're going to use, so you're going to log it there. Then let us have some text here first. We're going to have it in a new line, and it will be saying scan the QR code below. Okay, then you're going to have this one. What's this? We need to have again I think we need another text console dot log. Press the 3 dot So now we need to generate our QR code. Now we have something like this, QR code to generate. Okay, now from the keyword data, okay, just like that, and set small as true. Going to have that semicolon there. Now we need to have the connection as open. Okay, we need to have the connection as open so that we know that the port is connected. So now if, okay, connection is open, now open connection means it has been connected successfully, so we should console.log okay, those emojis are optional, you can just avoid them. Then WhatsApp connection is goes to now my, like that variable, my WhatsApp con is going to be used somewhere, because maybe when we need to send messages, we need to when you want to send messages, we need to use the my socket. But again, at the same time, my socket is inside the function, so it cannot be used globally, so we need it somewhere, so that is why it is used that way. Now we also set is ready as true. It's goes to true, assign that value, and I think there's a variable we forgot somewhere, so const now this array is going to store the ready listeners. Okay, so now we'll set the ready listeners dot length. We'll set the length to 0, so we have the ready listeners dot length is equals to 0. Okay, and now if connection is closed, we need to handle that. If connection is equals to close, now the variable now we'll set a constant which is should reconnect, which is a boolean, of course, is equals to last disconnect dot error. Okay, now the output, Yeah, I think we also need the status code so that we know why it was disconnected. That is the disconnect reason. Okay, so if the status code okay, now if it is not equals to this person decided to log out, this person logged out automatically. Should not be equals to is logged out. Okay, now so everything will be equals to true when the person was not logged out by himself. Okay, yeah. Then we have next now we use the variable now. If now the person is supposed to reconnect, okay, if the person is supposed to reconnect, if it should reconnect, I think we need to log that this person is reconnecting. Okay, then set is ready to false because the person is disconnected. WhatsApp connection will be null. Okay, then we set a timeout. We set a timeout of around 5 seconds. Maybe you can just decide to have your own value, but I think 5 is ideal. Now the function will be the same function, which is login bot. It is recursive, of course. Then we set the time as 5000. Okay, then we're going to have something like where did my cursor go? Set timeout. Then now what if this person is not supposed to reconnect? We should also handle that. So else it should just tell you console.log. Is okay. I think so far so good. Now I needed to have a catch block, so we're going to have that. Then we have now when the function runs console.log what starting Nongwe. Okay, okay, then we have now we're going to have a catch block where we're going to catch all the errors. Catch block. Now we enter the error as the parameter. Okay, then now we have console.log makosa yametokea. Okay, then we log now the error. We log the error there. Okay, set our semicolon there. Now we set a timeout, then retry the login. Okay, if you want to retry the login so that it becomes a loop, just in case you did not log out by yourself, you need to be logged in, because yeah, that is logic. Maybe the problem was there's no internet connection. That does not mean you should not connect. When you scan and the network is back, you can still log in. Okay, save. I think we have an error somewhere. Where did the error come from? Oh, the problem is that I used logged out instead of login bot, something like this. And I think with this we are ready to go. But again, remember that you want to send a message. You might want to send a message to the person who was connected. Okay, yeah. So okay, but let us have this one first. We will improve later. So you come now to index.js. We now want to import our function login bot from there. Okay, then now you want to run the function so that you can log in. Okay, and you save it. Let us see. npm node index.js, and we found an error. Okay, module not found. Okay, what is happening? Oh, I forgot to add an extension here, and here we go. Again, what did I do here? Error at okay, what is happening? This one was supposed to be this one like that, and that is it. How we solve it. Okay, let us wait and see what is going to, what's starting when hungry. Okay, Now, with that, we have our WhatsApp bot up and running. So in the next one, we are going to see how we are going to send messages using the WhatsApp bot. Yeah. So you just scan the QR code and you connect your WhatsApp bot to your phone, and that's it.